Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we chat with CBS Sunday Morning contributor Nancy Giles, who visited the campus recently as the keynote speaker for our Women's History Month celebration. She shared stories about her career path from acting to comedy to social commentary. We tell you about FIRE, our Forensic Institute for Research and Education, and the service it provides students and our community through the College of Liberal Arts. And we give you a sneak preview of the new Applied Engineering building being built on our campus starting this summer. It will house our engineering technology program, home of some of MTSU's most innovative majors. I'm Andrew Ottman, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. If you don't recognize Nancy Giles on sight from her appearances on the popular CBS Sunday Morning News program, you may recognize her voice as a popular commercial voiceover artist, or remember her from her days as an actress on the popular TV series China Beach. MTSU was honored to have her on our campus recently as the keynote speaker for our Women's History Month celebration, and we're honored to have her on this episode of Out of the Blue. Nancy, welcome to the show.
Andrew, thank you.
This is a treat. This is an honor. I should just go ahead and warn the viewers. We've known each other for a while.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
We're
Here we
sort
go.
of adding up, and it's been almost 20 years,
20
like 18
years.
years, something like that.
Yeah, and from my days when I was an editor in Wisconsin, we have a mutual friend. It was the pastor of our church.
That's right, Pastor Jane.
Pastor Jane, and of course that means the world to my wife Elise and our family that you're here in Murfreesboro on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University.
I'm so excited, and the campus is great, and the students are great, and it's a beautiful day. So what's to complain about?
We've had a great day, and you are our keynote speaker for Women's History Month, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I really would like our viewers to know who Nancy Giles is. I think they do. We'll have introduced you and everything like that. But tell there's so many ways to describe what you do. There's so many labels about actor, commentator. How does Nancy Giles describe Nancy Giles?
That's a really interesting question, and actually, I think a key to what I do and who I am has to do with a job that I got early. Well, one of the biggest breaks I got in my career, which was touring with Second City's national touring company when I was right out of college and learning improvisation skills, and through that figuring out how to kind of handle situations as they come to you. Mm-hmm. And it also was a way of reinforcing the fact that you can write standing on your feet. An actor's career, a creative person's career, has a lot of lapse time where you might not be working, and I desperately wanted to express myself. Right. So I found different ways to do that, I guess.
And you really did. But let's talk a little bit about Sunday Morning, because that so many people now recognize you from that. You've been doing this now for 2 decades. How did you've talked about how you connected originally to the program through Aaron, but what are the things that gravitate to you the most? I mean, how does your commentaries get from idea to the television screen? How do you pick the things that you talk about?
That's a really good question. I think most of the commentaries come out of something that I've experienced or something that I've had a burning desire to talk about. And I like to do those pieces in a funny way, even if it's about things that are controversial. I talked about politics, but I also talked about, the very first piece I did was about the conspiracy of high-heeled shoes against women, which when I was trying to explain it to my boss, I don't know if you've ever had the experience of trying to explain to somebody why something's funny. It's horrible. It's horrible. In fact, I was saying it and I could just feel my posture begin to and I thought, okay, I'm never going to be doing anything on this show. And then I got a call saying, hey, we have you down to do this thing on high-heeled shoes. And I was like, what? So, but a lot of it comes out of things that have been on my mind. And then more political ones. When Bill Cosby was accused of the crimes that he was accused of, I did a piece on that. When Hurricane Katrina happened under George W. Bush's watch, I did some things on that, and they've had very serious subject matter as well as more humorous.
You spoke to one of our journalism classes.
Yes.
And I want to give you the chance to repeat a piece of advice you passed along to one of our students, which was make sure you're reading.
Oh yeah.
And talk about that to the parents and to those who, you know, needing a piece of advice from Nancy Giles.
It's so important. You know, I was lucky. My parents both were readers. We had encyclopedias. We always had books around. And I can remember getting in arguments with different brothers and sisters, you know, who has volume S? I wanted that, you know, just because we were looking at different things. Broaden your scope. Don't just, if you're interested in one topic, don't just stick to that. You know, you'd be surprised in this day and age how sports, entertainment, politics, the economy, science, how they're all kind of connected. They really are. And it brings you a better story if you have more ammunition, if not a better way to put it. You know, more facts on your side.
So you were the keynote speaker. It
was exciting.
We're happy to have you as the centerpiece of our Women's History Month
Thank you.
Events here on campus. What was your central message in your speech to the students?
Well, you know, I was all over the place about a lot of stuff, but I hope the main thrust was that for women, for everyone, but for women especially, our stories are really important, and we all have stories, even things that might just seem to be simple and not as meaningful. They're so important. The opportunities that are there to tell our stories, to keep our histories going, just to show the different advances within one's family or within, you know, our gender. It's really important. I really hope people had the takeaway that women's stories are important and our voices have to be heard. And it's up to us to keep those stories coming, you know? They're all of value, all of them.
Nancy, you can find your videos, of course, on YouTube. If I search Nancy Giles, CBS Sunday Morning, a whole bunch of them come up.
Oh, good.
But you've also got your voices are on a lot of other platforms. How do I find those?
Okay, so you can go anywhere you listen to podcasts and subscribe to the Giles Files podcast. It's just the Giles Files, not podcast. And people can happily, if they want to write me or tweet me, it's at Nancy Giles NYC. So I love to hear from people. It's fun.
Nancy Giles, here you are on our campus. It's such an honor having you at Middle Tennessee State University. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And we'll be right back.
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I am engaged in the life of this community.
I'm a recipient
and a giver.
I am a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I'm committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now
and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Do you want more from your college experience? At Middle Tennessee State University, that's exactly what you get. More majors, more opportunities, more guaranteed scholarships. Up to $32,000 over 4 years. MTSU, Tennessee's University of Opportunities.
The Jennings A. Jones College of Business at Middle Tennessee State University is the #1 producer of business talent in the greater Nashville area. Our nationally ranked programs and state-of-the-art facilities offer a world-class education at an affordable price. The exclusive partnership of Jones College with Dale Carnegie Training Worldwide equips our graduates with the soft skills they need to succeed. Jones College of Business. It delivers an education for the real world.
So many men and women that have served that expected to be able to have their tuition or certain assistance being given to them, and that money evaporated. With the establishment of the general fund is to make sure that all those men and women can get through MTSU and pursue what they thought they could do when they came on back.
We're extremely proud that the Predators have identified the need to help make this fund one of the best at our university for our veterans.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. The Forensic Institute for Research and Education, known on campus as FIRE, was created to provide a connection between the separate programs of criminal justice, forensic science, and pre-law to train students seeking careers in forensics and to serve our community. Today we meet Dr. Thomas Holland, Director of FIRE and a research professor in the College of Liberal Arts. Dr. Holland, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
It's an honor to have you here. Honored to learn more about FIRE. Tell me, if I were brand new and I hadn't heard about your institute, what does it do, what purpose does it serve, and how do students connect with it?
Yeah, FIRE, which is Forensic Institute for Research and Education, is kind of, I can't really say it's an umbrella entity, but we're within the College of Liberal Arts. On campus currently, we've got a very, very good forensic science program. That's in a different college. We've got a very good criminal justice program. That's in a different college. We've got a good pre-law program. That's in liberal arts where FIRE is. There needs to be something that connects these entities that are in different colleges. And that's kind of FIRE's job, is to be this entity that provides opportunities for students. So we're inward looking. But then also provides educational opportunities for practicing forensic practitioners who are out there. So it's a way of creating networks for our students with the broader community, as well as networks for our students within the MTSU community.
Mm-hmm. And you provide considerable service to the community through FIRE. I know law enforcement agencies frequently contact you and ask for your team's assistance in a variety of different ways. Can you talk about that?
So one of the things that we do is we provide forensic anthropological services for the medical examiners in the area, for the police departments, sheriff's departments. And one of the unique things that we do involves undergraduates in the actual recovery of forensic cases. So a call comes in from the medical examiner or a sheriff's department that a skeleton has been found, or they have evidence that there's a buried body. We have a team called FASR, Forensic Anthropology Search and Recovery, FASR, which is undergraduate students from different departments. It's a multidisciplinary. They're vetted, they undergo background checks, interviews, have to have a grade point. We bring them together, we give them training. Call comes in, we take these undergraduate students out, and they actually get to assist with the recovery of skeletal remains, which that's an opportunity that I don't know exists anywhere else at the undergraduate level. A lot of schools you can do that as a graduate student, but not as an undergrad.
As an undergraduate?
As an undergrad, that's right.
That is remarkable.
So we meet the needs of the community in terms of they get a professional team excavating a site, excavating remains correctly, but we also train the next generation of forensic scientists, forensic anthropologists.
You talked about service to the community, and we went into detail about the teams that go out, but you're also providing considerable training to the community as well, right? Do professionals seek you out for refresher courses? And
they do.
Things?
You know, a big component in forensic science now is ongoing education, continuing education. Not only are there specific CE requirements, continuing education requirements, but there's just a tremendous need. The science is evolving very rapidly. The law is evolving more slowly, but as somebody who went through both law school and science, I can tell you that lawyers and scientists don't speak the same language. And that's a major problem today, because the end product of any forensic test is the courtroom.
Right.
And if the lawyers don't know how to use that information, or don't know how to ask the anthropologist or the toxicologist or the odontologist the questions, then something's lost. So what we're trying to do is put together a series of training opportunities for both our students as well as the community to address emerging issues in forensics.
There's so much in the popular media about what you do, all these CSI things, all of this amazing stuff. So what are some of the stark differences you see in how your profession is portrayed on television and what it's actually in real life?
Money.
Money.
These shows have always got the top of the line equipment, and you put something in this end of a machine and 60 seconds later it spits out at that end of the machine. And the analyst didn't have to actually do anything other than look nice and in the process. The biggest difference is the time and the money.
Right.
Forensic science is slow. And you don't get these quick results, and you don't get the results in as clean a manner. You don't get something that pops up that says match when you run a fingerprint test. So that's people always say, what are these shows like? And I say, ask an astronaut how realistic is Star Trek.
Very good point. Very good point. You mentioned the Department of Defense, and I'd love for you to talk a little bit about your service there. Recovery missions all across the globe, identifying remains for the United States military. Talk about that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize the United States has an ongoing effort to recover and identify its war dead, and you might say, well, what war dead are we talking about? There are 80,000 men still missing from World War II, Korea, and the Vietnam War. DoD operates two large forensic labs, one in Hawaii and one in Omaha, Nebraska. And at any given time, there are teams around the world conducting excavations to recover the remains of men from World War II or the Korean War or the Vietnam War, and then bring them back and identify them. And currently the laboratory is identifying, about one man a day, something like that. The last several years that I worked for DoD, I turned over the reins of the laboratory, and I actually moved to Washington to work out of the Pentagon to establish a partnership program to try to expand our capability, because even identifying one man a day when you've got 80,000 missing, it's a tremendous task. And so we tried to identify academic partners who could assist us. And so I stood up a partnership directorate, and one of the first partnerships that we signed was with MTSU. So an anthropologist in our department here, Tiffany Saul, actually has done several, and will again this summer, recoveries in France of a World War II site for DoD.
Dr. Holland, I can't let you go without having you explain a little bit about the Legends in Forensic Science lecture, one of the high points of our fall semester.
What we try to do every year is we bring in a legend in forensic science. So last October we brought in Dr. Henry Lee, the famous criminologist. Bring him in a couple days early. He gave a guest lecture in forensic science, gave a guest lecture in criminal justice. Met with students, had dinner with the Phaser team, our student team, and then he gave a public talk that night that was open to the general public. And this coming fall, we're hoping to get a famous, I won't say his name because we haven't signed the agreement yet, but he's agreed in principle. He's a famous forensic psychiatrist. But it's a way of connecting our students with professionals, also sort of promoting what forensic science is to the public as well.
So we need to stay tuned for that announcement, but I bet you we could go to the website eventually and find that. What's your website?
Our website is mtsu.edu/fire, F-I-R-E.
Well, Dr. Holland, congratulations on your one-year anniversary here at the university, and thank you for all you've done prior to coming to MTSU and what you're doing in your role.
Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back.
The Jennings A. Jones College of Business at Middle Tennessee State University is the #1 producer of business talent in the greater Nashville area. Our nationally ranked programs and state-of-the-art facilities offer a world-class education at an affordable price. The exclusive partnership of Jones College with Dale Carnegie Training Worldwide equips our graduates with the soft skills they need to succeed. Jones College of Business. It delivers an education for the real world.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman. Construction will begin sometime this summer on a new applied engineering building for the College of Basic and Applied Sciences. This new facility is yet another highlight to our nationally recognized engineering technology program, home to some of our most innovative majors, including mechatronics. Joining us to talk about this and more is Department Chair Dr. Ken Curry and Professor Alyssa Ledoux. Dr. Curry, Professor Ledoux, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Hi.
We've got some big news happening soon. We're breaking news and breaking ground. Can you talk about the new building?
Yes, 87,000 square feet dedicated to engineering technology programs, mechatronics engineering, and 3 of our engineering technology programs. It's going to be fabulous. We're going to have an entire ground floor that's going to have a maker space, going to have brand new robotics and automation lab. And that kind of leads into other big news is that we're going to have probably close to $1.2 million of new equipment that's been gifted or bought that we're getting right now that's going to go into the new building. So we're really excited about some of that.
That's huge news. Wow, that's. I know this will all be revealed when we have the big ceremony. I don't want to scoop myself, but what a terrific advantage for our students, not only have a new facility, but have this new equipment, right?
Yeah, so we've got 2 pretty large collaborative robots. They're collaborative because they actually have force feed mechanisms in the joints, so that when they have some type of obstruction, that entire robot stops. So that you don't have a robot flying through a very fast motion and potentially hurting a human. And if you plan with those safeguards, you can actually work nearby those cobots. So we're going to have a couple of those as kind of a sandbox for small to medium-sized companies to come and explore using a cobot in their workplace to potentially improve their throughput and quality. And then we're also got about $1 million coming from both Dexcom and Automation Nth in some of the Automation Nth automation work cells. We'll have 10 of those that will all be outfitted with SCARA robots, vision systems, and conveyors. So they become as close to industrial standards that you're going to be able to find probably anywhere in the state.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a really great experience for the students who are taking the robotics and automation classes to be able to get that hands-on industrial type experience in a safe and controlled environment.
That's so cool. And that really leads me, Professor, to the next question I was going to ask. When you're giving the elevator speech, I say this a lot, when you're telling somebody that may be unfamiliar with the program that we offer at MTSU, what are the high points? How do you sell folks on why MTSU for this study?
Okay, so MTSU offers the benefit of hands-on experience, passionate teachers teaching real-life stuff, skills that you're going to take with you into the industry. It's also very affordable as far as the general cost of education goes. So we have lots of students ranging from like the traditional 18 to 22-year-olds to the non-traditional, like ex-military or people with tech degrees coming back for school who also bring their knowledge of industry and share that in the classroom. So it's really a learning environment for everyone.
That's really awesome.
And the nice thing about mechatronics is we kind of have a trifold kind of a process that the students go through. They take a lot of mechanical engineering classes that you would ordinarily find in a mechanical engineering degree, a lot of electrical engineering and controls kind of classes, and then they have a lot of programming that goes into their degree program, so that when they, a lot of people still don't know what mechatronics engineering is. So a lot of times what I tell students is, don't be afraid. You've got enough mechanical and electrical engineering components in your curriculum. You can actually apply for mechanical engineering kind of work, electrical engineering where an employer is looking for an electrical engineer or a controls engineer. you're qualified to actually apply for that. Simply because a lot of employers still don't quite know. They are asking for mechanical, electrical, and controls experience, but they don't know to call it a mechatronics engineer.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things that when I love telling the story about the College of Basic and Applied Sciences, that is the applied part of that, which you share in the name of your building. Applied meaning what we're teaching really truly connects to what the industry wants and needs. You can see that line between what's being taught in the classroom and how it's going to happen in the workplace. How does the curriculum align to make that happen?
Yeah, so we have mechanical and electrical and programming classes. We make sure that we have at least one course that matches to every requirement, and then our senior capstone course meets all of the requirements. So that is really the culmination of their educational career, where they apply prior knowledge and independent research in order to design, build, test an automated system that they completely invent themselves.
And that's the capstone project. What a great lead-in. So that's that cumulative effect of everything I've learned, everything that you've taught me is going to be produced in that one moment where I can show you what I've got, right?
Yeah, so the capstone course is a 2-semester course where the students prove that they are ready to be engineers. Mm-hmm. So they spend their first semester doing mostly design work, some prototyping, getting all of their subsystems working, and then the second semester they integrate all of those subsystems into a final product and test it, make it reliable, make it aesthetic, and then they show them all off at the MECTech event, which comes at the end of the year. Every year it's different projects, so it's new, it's exciting. Constantly they're all learning new skills and applying those. But this year we've had a couple of hovercrafts that play soccer together. We've had a humanoid robot, a PLC trainer, a couple of smart lock boxes for your porch, and a navigation aid for the visually impaired. So those were all shown at our MECTech this year, and then we'll have another one coming up in the fall. And it's completely free and open to the public, so it's really a great place if you want to see what our engineering program has to offer, or if you're looking to recruit some of our students to come work for you, you'll be able to see the kind of things that they can do.
So where can I go to find out more information on the web?
If you want to get more information either about MECTech or about our new building, go to mtsu.edu/ET.
Professor Ledoux, Dr. Curry, congratulations on the new building, but also these great programs. This is wonderful news for our university.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And that does wrap up this edition of Out of the Blue. A reminder, you can find news about the campus 24 hours a day by going to our website, mtsunews.com. You can also find additional special content on our social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Broadcasting from the Center for Educational Media, I'm Andrew Oppmann. Stay safe, stay on course, and remain true blue.